I am profusely overjoyed to take this opportunity to introduce our chief guest. He is none other than Dr. T.P. Shashikumar. He is the man on a mission to redefine the learning pattern in today's generation. This day is actually a gifted one for our entire school family because we are blessed with the presence of an eminent personality like him. He is really versatile, which is evident from the fields he has expertised as space scientist, motivational speaker, educationalist, thought leader, writer, meditation master, mentor, etc. He provides guidance to thousands of students across India and abroad in resolving their educational and personal problems. He has born in Kannur, secured MPhil in Applied Mathematics and PhD in Fluid Mechanics from Bangalore, took LLB from Osmania University, MBA from IGNOU, MS in Psychotherapy, and here the list continues. So in short, our guest is a man of distinct vision and a fountainhead of illuminating ideas, knowledge, experience, and inspiration to all of us. On behalf of the entire school family, I thank you, sir, for providing your gracious presence and join us today to enhance our joy.
Now, I request our most respected chief guest of today, Dr. T.P. Shashikumar sir, founder and chairman of Jnana Media Development Organization, to give away an inaugural speech.
Namaskaram to all of you. I'm so glad that Shantigiri is celebrating the Kalanjali E-Expo 2020, and as part of that there are a lot of activities in which science exhibition is also given a prominent place. I am sure that shows the enthusiasm among the teachers and the students to inculcate the spirit of scientific temper and pursuit of science in the self life. I am sure you had or you are going to have great guests under the blessings of Swamini and Swamiji with Dr. Shashi Tharoor, Suraj. I am seeing the pictures of Onakur and many film and personalities of the people who came to your room in your house through televisions quite often. I am sure they can make a lot of impact in the art, literature, or fun and entertainment. But what I am today is for, or the responsibility given to me is not that jovial sometimes, because science is not fun. My subject called mathematics is not fun for many. But I am sure if the spirit of science and the attraction of science, the focus of science, the involvement in science, the passion for science can be created by the exhibition which is in planned by Shantigiri. And I am so blessed to be part of this program. My association with Shantigiri is for last few years with the blessings of Professor Gobinathan Pillai, and I must maybe blessed by the family members for making this event interaction with you all. I am sure it happens because of the Swaminis and Swamiji's blessings. It must have been got great consent by the principal, vice principal, organizers, staff, students. I must congratulate all of you for having such a great activity like Science Club. And thank you, Ambili, for picking up the introduction from my website. As for formality's sake, before missing, I must tell that I officially or maybe formally declare that this Science Club is inaugurated, the activity is inaugurated. I am sure already it is in function, but this is only formality. To see the lights of that spirit which has come in somebody's brain, somebody's manas, with the proper fertilizer given by the teachers and the parents and the community around, can give some sort of a scientific temper and skill to other students around you. Physically, when seeing, that's what happens. Remember last year I was there in Kollam in one of the good schools for a science day like this, and had huge exhibits. I'm sure digital world gives you much better opportunity than this. The programs like this happens to be mostly like a demo picture to show what we can do, and the takers may not take it very seriously. But I'm sure the digital world gives a different forum, different format for all of you, because whatever you've done is not vanished. You cannot just wipe it, you cannot just clean it, you cannot just throw the activities what you have done for 1 or 2 days. If you record it and put it digitally, it is going to be a great document for generations, at least for few of you who are committed and then who are part of it to relook at it. So I consider the digital world is much better than probably a physical world what we have. And there is another disadvantage, because if you do something which is repeated by somebody else, it is easy to catch. So when you put it onto digital world, you must be very careful that what you are doing is genuine, yours, which is not a duplicated activity. The spirit of science, probably the great philosopher of India, Radhakrishnan himself said, science has more influence in the world than anything else in the world. Probably he compares the wisdom what influenced the sages maybe less than what science could influence the common people, the normal people, because every day anything what you do has got something to do with science. That is why probably science is what you want to know than probably what you can do with the philosophy in the world. These are all told not by scientists, these are all told by philosophers, because they realize what touches your life, what gets into your everyday activity is what science is. Our Nagarjuna also mentioned, Sakshat Anubhavai Drushto na Sruto na Guru Darshidaha Lokanam Upakaraya Etat Sarvam Pradarshitam. Lokanam Upakaraya. What is useful for human being is what is science. Na Sruto, not what I hear. Not what is told by Guru. Teachers, what they teach is not science in the classroom. Actually, there is nothing inside your classroom. Few furnitures, few people, maybe electricity, running fan, or maybe a light. But science is not inside your classroom. Science is in the nature. So this is the nice opportunity for all of you to learn many things from the outside world than inside the classroom. And the digital world opens up you to a larger world, opened and provided by the scientific temper of the modern world. You are all blessed children, because I keep saying A, B, C, D. AD and BC. BC is in between AD. We are all people who took birth in the BC time, before computers. And you are all children who took birth in the AD time, after digital. Therefore, your life is totally digital, influenced by digital. Probably once upon a time, India had lot of deficiency, and that is why India is backward in science. We have to agree that we are not in par with the other part of the world. Though many Indians who migrated to different countries are doing much better than what Indian scientists are doing in India. Though we have different departments, I belongs to one of the most prestigious department. I was part of that in Indian Space Department. But then we have only few departments who can with proud we can say that we are doing something. Otherwise it's only namesake. Science classrooms, the science teachers are not innovators, they are not discoverers, they don't do any small experiment, they don't practice science, but they only speak science. Probably that would have happened, and that is why generations to generations the spirit of science is lost. Traditionally, India had science among all the poets. That's why Bhaskara, Shankara, probably whatever written by Aryabhata. You look at Madhavacharya, the Kerala people also have contributed great in science. Mathematics is the great science. The geography is a great science. Astronomy is a great science, which started, rooted, developed, progressed much better than probably after their time nothing happened. Because those days scientists were poets and poets were scientists. The poetry and science went together. Philosophy, science, poetry, everything was part of their everyday activity. Imagine they have seen the world without having a telescope or a microscope. That's all probably highly imaginative for people. I don't know how many chemistry teachers can show you atoms in the classroom. Not even a electron microscope which can zoom 20,000 times can show you whatever you want. Because it's all in your mental scope. Your mind has to have the scope of looking at. That's why if Jalandhara Gade Bhanu Yat Sushmam Drishyate Rajaha Tasya Trimshattamo Bhagaha Paramanu Ridismrataha. When you put a torchlight in front of water and through the water when it peers inside, you see small particle moving. Or in a dark room when the light goes, the slit of light goes, you will see particle moving. That is called Rajaha. Tasya Trimshattamo Bhagaha. Divide that into 300 pieces, then what you get is an atom. The size of an atom is explained by the people like Kanadan in Indian tradition without having a microscope much before the Western world could see, the Bohr could see the atom structure. So I am sure understanding the heritage, being proud of what we have is not good enough. Probably you need to have lot of guidance and putting them into the trial of doing your own invention. The recent past, the Niti Aayog, the Atal Tinkering Labs, what is planned by the government? Selected 250 odd number of schools with 20 lakhs of budget for sparking science. I am sure that is doing something, but that is only very few schools. But I am sure the students must get into such schools and then see what is that motivation, what is that given. Fund is not a problem, because virtual learning doesn't require fund today. The other day I could see a convocation being done by IIT and that is being spread. But that is only a digital video editing technique used there to show that they are virtually there. Augmented reality and such applications which are coolly available for video editing. But I was so happy to see in Japan, the convocation is run by robots. When the name of the student is called, the robot will come and in the front you have got a display, and at home you can sit and then your face will come in the robot. And the robot is receiving the medal and then going. What a great, it is not even 10 months, It's, I think November when the COVID started, it was not that effective. Probably in March, April it started. And this happened just 2 months after that. That means your inventions and you are ready with all the technology much earlier. The robotics who are into the world of serving people, service, all that is day-to-day activity today. So we are, as students, as teachers, probably have not even seen a robot. But how many children have seen this in the YouTube, get exposed to that? A small robotic capsule which can be purchased for 10,000 rupees in each schools, we don't even do that. The science has to come into practice with having hands, using them, operating them, then only I am sure you get the confidence. We have got nearly 540 million people in India, the youth population. And the new education policy, which is to cater such changes in the education, describes, prescribes. It is not theoretical learning in the classroom, it is practical learning and lot of skill development which is essential. We have got 3 million students in 300 universities. The unemployment strike is almost the same. It's less than 4% or 2% who are employed. And everybody looks for employment. People wanted to get a job. Soon after getting the higher education, they go for coaching classes, being a professional in BTech and MBA. The so-called professional is supposed to start their profession. They have to create employment. In theoretical case, that is what should happen. Why is it not happening? Because the skill development is lacking. I am sure the new education policy describes and prescribes this should not happen further. And there is a great role to be played by the teachers and the students and the parents to create such exercises of not conducting exhibitions and labs for namesake, but actually getting wet in using their hands and then creating. The Youth Collab 2020 is a great innovative initiative happened in this direction. I keep saying I have a lot of students who are IAS aspirants. So generally when we say IAS, people think that it is Indian Administrative Service. I keep saying inspire, aspire, success is IAS. Immediate academic success is IAS. You have to study well and thoroughly understand the inner science. Whether you are in mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, social science, in the later part of your life doesn't matter. But the basic up to 10th class, whatever is being taught is not understood scientifically. The social science has to be understood scientifically. Most of the entrance examinations or normal competitive exams, the geography is what is asked. Geography is a great science. But unfortunately, the geography teachers don't understand. It is a science. I remember in Alleppey 10 years back, I was teaching geography teachers from different schools to coach them, tell them this is not an art subject, this is a science subject. A lot of mathematics is involved. When you study geography, it is not the earth alone. You have to look at the whole globe, whole universe, the cosmology. From there you must look at the Kepler, the Platonic solids, the conjecture of Kepler which took 400 years to prove. That is because it's not geography. It is full of science which has to be understood. It is not to be taught. It is to be realized. I am sure that anything which happens in nature you can look at into physics, and you can understand that physics much better when you use the mathematical language. So both language skill, logical reasoning, the analytical skill, mathematical ability. If that is not strong, nothing can be done in this world of research. Nothing can be done in the higher studies. So every student must understand basic mathematics, like the language skill. The subject language is mathematics. That can be history, physics, or maybe biology. Without mathematics you cannot move. As Tilakan told in one of the movie, mathematics is the pulse. If you don't understand that, you are useless. So I am sure every children should have the curiosity to look at the nature and understand the language of nature in terms of physics, geography, literature, and the language of mathematics. The dreams which you have, to put it into reality, definitely science is essential. Otherwise dreams becomes only a dream. When you have to make it into reality, you must use science. The luxury of life, the miracle of science. Otherwise there is no luxury. The elixir of life is full of science. I am sure this science exhibition is being seen by many people online on the YouTube today because of science. The science experiments and whatever is done by somebody once upon a time is a reality today. Otherwise, we had that in our mythology. Looking at the virtual things where the blinded king could see what is happening in the warfield. But that was only a story and a mythology. Probably we don't know whether that was there in reality. But today that it became a reality. So who did it? It is only because of the interest and the scientific temper, some great people who had by step moving. It is not one climb on top of the mountain. You have to take many steps. So your younger generation studies which are doing in your graduation, before graduation, is more important than what you are going to do in the graduation. Visualize, see, feel, learn. That is more essential. So I am sure exhibitions are to show you what somebody has in mind, somebody had in mind. And that when you visualize, that same idea you must be able to get into your brain and have passion towards in your manas. I am sure you can make it into reality by improvisation, not necessarily discovery, not necessarily invention. Can you improvise it much better? That will make lot of difference in your learning. Look globally and look at what is essential locally around you, so that whatever you do can be directly applied. There are a lot of such mechanisms available. I have seen the science and technology department has got some innovation foundations. There are private NGOs who are supporting such programs. A girl from Kerala was interviewed by Discovery Channel long back when she said, "This is my technology of washing machine." And the washing machine only rotates drum inside. And what she did was, her cycle was converted into a washing machine. Because when you play the cycle, when you round the cycle pedal, I am sure the wheel rotates. And that rotating wheel can be connected to a drum which rotates, and then that can be converted into a washing machine. Chennai, somebody has converted into a mixie. You don't require electricity to run washing machine and mixie. And these are all inventions which happens. There is a beautiful Discovery Channel, My Technology, small video. I am sure all of you must see that. And what India imports to America, there is a beautiful program available on YouTube. What America imports from India. You will see it's all scientist brain. The people who study in IIT is considered as the most valuable thing which American import from India. That's what that interview says. We have got much better institutions today. IISER is one of the best one. Science institutions equivalent to Indian Institute of Science is created. More than 30-40 are there in the country now. But the brilliant children and brilliant students and the support by the society, the parents, make this world much better. Ananda Shastram Bahu Veditavyam Alpascha Kale Bahuvascha Vikno. What and how you can filter what is essential for you to learn is what is more important. I am sure I can go on and on like this on the merit of science and then the requirement of learning, but that is not what is essential, because the digital world you have got much better lectures from different people which are available around you. Generally I keep saying, if somebody says I have got interest in physics, I keep asking them, tell me 10 scientists of physics in the world. If somebody says my interest is mathematics, they must be able to name at least 10 mathematicians. I remember when I wrote this book on Makers of India, I looked at different subjects and then I listed 1,000 names, nothing else. I think if you are a great person who wanted to learn something in a very specific subject, first learn who are all the great people in that subject. And that tells you what is the history in that subject. Now you understand why history is important when you wanted to learn science. Why logic is important, why language is important, why the zeal for understanding, questioning, asking questions, not questioning, asking questions like a journalist is essential to get into the crux of science. And I am sure if this is there, you can do wonders. I don't know how many of you have seen the passionate teacher, like the love of physics. which if you look at in the internet, you will see beautiful lecture by MIT professors, which explains in the normal classroom, they don't take classes. The Walter Levin class in MIT, in USA, if you look at it, you will see, he doesn't teach mathematics or physics or subjects just by blah, blah, blah. Before writing the formula in mathematics and physics, or the physics of mathematics, he will do his own experiment. You will see simple pendulum being taught by Walter Levin. Then I am sure you will start loving physics. As students, if you have not seen, these are all the things which you have to do to show that, yeah, I can be part of such experiments. The teachers have to be part of such experiments. Students have to be part of such experiments. I am seeing nearly 190 participants here who are listening to me. I am so glad. If this could spark some activity in you, maybe my number is given there, which makes you to think that, yeah, I must speak to this person to get inspired in the subject. Yesterday we had a seminar in which I was telling, if somebody doesn't like, somebody was asking, if you love mathematics, you should go to engineering. If you love biology, you should. I said, it's all stupid. Some children love some subject just because you had good teachers. Some don't like some subject just because you don't have good teachers in that subject. That's all. Every one of you as children have got equal brain who can study every subject in this world. Why you don't like a subject, why do you like a subject, it is just because the capacity and inability of the teachers who are dealing that subject. So yesterday I was telling, if you have got doubt and problem in any subject, contact me. I will make you lovers of that subject. You can see the passion which I have got when I am talking, I am sure. With that passion I can go on and on, but that's not my intention. I want this to be with more interactive. I spoke almost like 20 minutes now. That's good enough. I think if you have got good questions to ask, and if I can answer them, I will be glad. If I cannot answer them, I will rate Shantigiri as one of the best schools which I have seen ever. I had only once came to Shantigiri and had some discussion with the teachers. Very few teachers were present there, I am sure. And then I had few interaction with the senior teachers in one of the evenings in the school. I visited Shantigiri many times, but unfortunately I couldn't speak to any of the students, where I must have spoken to more than 8 lakhs of children in the whole world. Okay, so my passion is to talk to students and talk to teachers who have got interest in learning, nothing else. So I wish there will be few questions and then I could answer. So I open up the forum for interaction in case if there is some provision and that time for you. Thank you for giving this opportunity. I must thank Swamini and my brother Dr. Gobinathan Pillai sir and the family, my sister there, and the principal, vice principal and the science club coordinators and the organizers for giving me this opportunity to express some of the feelings and the concerns and inaugurate this officially for all of you. Thank you. God bless you.